Hey guys, welcome to my unboxing of the Elgato Game Capture HD60. So this is the latest from Elgato, I think a French company that's had a lot of success with capture devices in general for video editing, but really had a lot of success with the original Elgato Game Capture, which came out a few years ago and sort of became the de facto standard for people who wanted to capture game footage, either to put on YouTube or for archiving, and it was really successful. I used the original, really liked it. All of the stuff on my YouTube channel it was made using the original. The big difference with this is that it will capture at 1080p resolution at 60 frames per second. Now that's quite a technical challenge and has been sort of the domain of high-end video editing equipment that costs many thousands of pounds or dollars, but it's now come down to a consumer level. This costs about £139 in the UK. So it's available now. It's just come out. I've been sent this model by Elgato for testing, hopefully going to review it, and I am excited by the fact that it will do such high-end video capture. There are a couple of caveats to bear in mind with this. That one is that it's the fact that YouTube right now at time of recording is rolling out 60 frames per second support. It's available on a few test videos, but as of right now it's not massively available. I believe it's going to be rolling out in the next few months, and the fact that you need a bit more of a powerful rig to be able to capture at that level. Elgato recommends an Intel i5 processor or above, and if you want to live stream and capture at the same time, which is a new feature of this device, it recommends a Core i7 processor, which is quite a high-end sort of video editing level processor. Many people, myself included, don't have an i7. I have an i5, which is mainly enough for most games, as long as you've got a decent graphics card. But anyway, without further ado, let's crack open this bad boy and see what's inside. So as you can see, this is the device itself, relatively small, about the size of a pack of cards. It's got this matte finish on it, which is quite nice, quite pleasant to the touch, and it looks like it's nicely designed. This is kind of a rubberized base, so it'll stay in place on a desk and not really move. You've got the serial number on there. The big difference here is that you've got sort of HDMI HDMI out. And then on this side, HDMI in and USB 2, but no analog video connections. The old model, I've got the old one here, which is a little bit bigger just to compare it with, has an AV in, which means that you can connect analog video through an adapter. So the PlayStation 3, for example, which had HDCP or high definition content protection on it, you could use the analog output to kind of bypass that, or you could connect older consoles, so things like the N64 or the Dreamcast, things that didn't have HDMI outputs or digital video connectors. But as you can see, the device itself is smaller than the old one. You can see I've used my old one, it's quite scratched up, and it's got this rubberized finish, which is I think a bit more pleasant, a little bit more nicely designed. So that's the device itself. I'll pop this down here. You've also got a discrete audio input. I should have said here, actually, you've got a discrete audio input, so if you want to connect a microphone through this, you can do that, and I believe the device will strip out the audio so that you can, say, for example, if you wanted to do a gaming video with a commentary on it, you could do your commentary, but also have the raw video file without the commentary in case you wanted to upload that as well, which is a nice touch. And then in here we have just a standard USB 2. It's not USB 3, which is just a minor point, but I thought of interest. And then a HDMI connector, which is again just a standard cable, and an Elgato gaming sticker. So that's about it. That literally is everything in the box. So as I said, this retails for about £140. For most people, if I'm being honest, I think that the standard Game Capture HD is probably good enough. I'm a bit of a stickler for quality, so I quite like the idea of watching my videos in 1080p at 60 frames per second. If you go and look at test videos off YouTube, 60 frames per second really does add to the experience. I've been playing The Last of Us Remastered recently, and the 60 frame per second update means the game is far smoother overall. The combat is nicer. It's a little bit more fluid. And again, if you're a big you care about quality, you care about your video games, you want to watch them and record them in the best possible quality, and this really does allow that. Now, one final question people might ask is why you would want to have something like this when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One have got buffers inside them that will buffer the gameplay video, and if you do something really cool, you can upload it from the console. This just allows you a little bit more flexibility to get your gameplay footage, output it into the highest quality possible, and then edit it if you want to, or export it, keep it on a disc. Just allows you a little bit more flexibility. And if you're running the software all the time anyway, this will do the same thing. It'll buffer the gameplay in the background, and it's got a couple of neat features as well. It'll now do an overlay, so you can have a webcam plugged in as long as your computer is up to spec on that, and it will do live streaming, and it'll create so if you're live streaming to Twitch, it'll create a video file separately that you can then keep and export to YouTube if you want at a later date. Again, that's a new feature of the software. I'll be putting this device through its paces to find out whether it's any good and putting a review up, so watch out for that. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them, and thanks very much for watching this unboxing of the Elgato Game Capture HD60.